Okay, I am so excited. This is our last Virabhadra practice. Virabhadra has taken us through, and this will be the 7th of the classes dedicated to learning from Virabhadra. And this class is titled A Wing and a Prayer, and it's all about opening up the hands and wrists and your shoulders so that we could possibly take the arms into something called reverse prayer. And before we start, one of the things that Virabhadra has taught us is to really reach in with like just fierce courage, and to do so with humility. And it actually reminded me of a story, one of the most endearing stories of my father. And he was a pilot, a private pilot. And he had a particular aircraft called a V-tailed Bonanza, where the back of the tail was more like a V instead of a normal tail on the small aircraft that was more like a T. So this V broke. And when it broke, the airplane started to spiral down. And my father's the only person in all of history to date that has landed a mechanical failure of a Beechcraft Bonanza airplane. I tell you this story because we all know that when a part of a wing, or in this case, the tail of an aircraft were to break, things can go bad really quickly, as can anything that breaks down in our life, breaks down in our body, breaks down in our social connections, in our relationship connections. Anything that all of a sudden finds itself helter-skelter, life can spiral down. And this is what happened in the story with Virabhadra and Sati. And when Sati got so frustrated, and when we get to that place where we're sort of desperate, which is what a wing and a prayer is typically known for, to land something on a wing and a prayer. Usually means things have gone pretty far south and you're opening up to grace pretty hard. And I love talking to my father about this particular time for him, and like, Dad, how did you do it? And he said, it's not a time to drop into despair when you think you're going to crash. It's a time to pull into all that you have within yourself, and to trust that there's something bigger than yourself that's going to guide you to the earth. And for somebody who's not a yogi, this is a pretty wild come from. So we're all yogis at heart, I think. And moral of the story is, sometimes you do something so miraculous, you can change the course of history. And because of my father, women, mostly women, who were widowed by all the mechanical failures of this particular aircraft misfunction, they were always able to write it off as pilot error. And the story goes on. I'll spare you all the details, but because my father was able to draw in and truly maintain composure when he was doing something that could have gone south pretty hard, pretty fast, or did, and open up to that part of yourself that you can really start to drop into the courage of what it takes. You can not just only transform your life, but when you find that deep, heartfelt connection, you can change lives and worlds around you. All right, I'm going to lean to your left, look at your peace fingers, set them down so they're pointing away from you, and then externally rotate the upper arm bone even more until the crease of the elbow lines up to your left. I'm going to arc up and over. You can bend that right elbow and look down, and let your ear drape. Find the place where it feels good in your neck and your shoulders. Hand behind your head. Pressing your head into your hand into your head. Keep that elbow moving forward until your armpit hollows. And then press from the bottom hand, that shoulder blade, press back like a kickstand. And now turn and open from left to right. Let the ear drape towards left shoulder even more. And reach down through the hand that's on the floor and push the opposite hip to the ground even more significantly. Maintain that, and maybe you extend that arm, but only if it feels good on your neck. Anchor through the hips and follow the prayer of the breath. Trust in something bigger to help you up. Lift up, lift up, lift up. And let that down, circle that out. And we'll take peace fingers to the right and further out. Externally rotate upper arm bone. So the crease of the elbow and the upper arm bone pulls the shoulder blade onto your back. That's so important. When the arms are in the side plane, now reach up, elbow bend, lean down, hand behind your head. Keep the lifted elbow moving forward and hollow out the armpit. Press your head into your hand into your head. And find that place where it feels good to drape and let some tension out of the neck, head, and shoulders. Reach down through the hand on the floor and press the opposite hip further into the mat or your blanket. Keep reaching down and then extend. Lifted left arm alongside the ear, only to the degree that there's no tension in the neck. And root down, rise up. Downward dog. Wow, that felt good. Inhale down to your knees. Stand on your knees. If you need a blanket, go ahead and put it under your knees. I'll turn away from you so you can see. So like we did before, arms out, make fists. I'm going to turn the right arm in and move it back. And as you move it back, try to keep pulling that arm bone back, even as you bend your elbow. And then see if you can use the opposite hand to help that wrist come up towards your shoulder blade. Press the back of the hand into your shoulder blade and then also pull the upper arm bone away from your front body, from your chest. Yes, this elbow is winging out. And I know some of you can get your elbow all the way to your spine, but can you do that and keep this upper arm bone lifting and moving to the back plane of the body? Because if you cannot, something's going to break and it's not good. So let's back off and find our composure and do something healthy for the body. And take that left arm up and bring the strap back. Even if you can hold your hands, please don't. Now just work your hand towards the space between them with the strap. Press the right back of your hand into your back body, your body into your hand, and see if you can gently nudge by using the back. Open that elbow even out and back. Big breath in. Release the top hand, make a fist with the hand behind your back, and really squeeze and bring that back. And then externally rotate to unwind, lift it up, hold the strap, and arc it over. Try to pull the strap in half so that your collarbones widen and you'll take tension out of the neck. Inhale, center. And circle it out. All right. Arms out, make fists. Deep breath in, low belly to low back, front ribs to back body. Keep the fist, inner spiral, the whole arm from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist. Bring it behind, cross it, and then you can use the opposite hand to help you nudge it closer in and up towards your opposite shoulder blade. Push the hand into your back and try to pull the elbow and the upper arm bone up and back. Right arm up, drop the strap, grab a hold. A wing and a prayer. Deep breath in. The hand that's behind you on your back, press it into your back and gently up and try to lift the head of the arm bone. May not move much, and then from there, can you press the elbow back and see if you can move the arm bone back? Yeah. I don't know anywhere where we do actions like this where in a day-to-day, except if you have an itch. You've got an itch. This will come in very handy. Okay, now make a fist. Squeeze the upper shoulder, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and slowly let it out. Keep squeezing as you externally rotate. Yeah, and let it go. Come back to your kneeling, bring the fingers down, elbows back. Find that palm stretch. And I know how this one comes in handy if you want to open pickle jars. And sit up tall. I'm in a weird, funny mood. I hope it's all right. If it's not, let it go. All right, downward dog. So Virabhadra. And he rises out of the fiery ring, Shiva's wrath, that Sati's like just the austerity of her practices and her just willingness to literally drive the airplane into the ground and blow herself up. Inhale, left leg up. And into a sense of self-composure, we draw the knee into the chest and step the foot forward. Plant your feet for Parsvottanasana. You can always do the fist bump version, but I'm going to take you into, there'll be several options for you actually. So you can stay in your Parsvottanasana and then lift your chest. Take the arms back behind like we've done. So options here are the fist bump version, the diamond version. If you can find the diamond version, here's what you'll do. Where's your middle finger? Find the middle finger and pull the middle fingers together and work them up so they're facing your heart, and then the ring finger, and then the pinky finger, then the index finger and thumb. So this is reverse namaste, reverse prayer pose. Namaste. And as you bow forward now, keep the kidneys pressing into the pinky finger or wherever your hands are on your back. Keep pressing the part of your hand that touches your body, your back body. Push that into your body, push your body into your hand, and then squeeze the upper arm bones back, the shoulder blades back. Yes. Now let the shoulders wing forward. So you're going to soften the upper back and see if you can slide the reverse prayer a little more deeply up your back. Press the finger pads together, strengthen your core, And then start to widen and broaden the elbows, widen and broaden the collarbones, deepen the breath. Push through the back leg and maybe bow forward even more or not. If you need to bring your hands to your hips, that's always a good idea. Inhale to rise up. Chair pose. Slowly unwind and make fists. Slowly unwind the arms. Externally rotate. And I can't think of any good reason to do that pose other than it's going to open up the wrists and the forearms in a way that really nothing will. So, and if that happens, I used to say you're only as old as your feet, but I also believe we're only as old as our hands as well. So we're going to step the opposite foot back. So you're now got left foot forward, I think. Find your arms back, either the fist bump or the diamond. Locate middle finger. See if you can turn from the middle finger to lift the fingers upright. Middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Breathe. Maintain composure. And then start to pull the feet to the midline so that all things are coming into the center of your being, even as you reach out and take flight. Heart forward, upper arm bones lifting. Pause. Let the arms round forward, winging the shoulder blades off the back. You can get your hands maybe a little further up and then start to squeeze in and close the temple doors. Full breath in, big breath out. One more breath. Exhale, step to chair. Make a fist. Release your hands, stretch them behind. Take some wrist circles. Namaste. Thank you.